A rainy day in Quang Ngai, the true taste of Vietnam, from climate to cuisine and coffee. Vietnam, a Southeast Asian country with over 3,200 kilometers of coastline, is blessed with a tropical monsoon climate and rich natural diversity. Stretching from north to south along the meridian, Vietnam embraces a wide range of climates, from the cold winters in the northern mountains to the year-round sunshine of the southern plains. This variation shapes not only the landscapes, but also the culture, cuisine, and everyday rhythm of life across the country. In the north, Vietnam enjoys 4 distinct seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. During winter, cold winds from the north sweep across the region, bringing frost and even occasional snow in highlands like Sa Pa, Ha Giang, or Moc Chau. Spring arrives with blooming peach blossoms and festive Lunar New Year celebrations. Summer brings the familiar sounds of cicadas and fiery red flamboyant flowers in schoolyards, while autumn softens everything with cool breezes and the scent of young rice. Meanwhile, the south of Vietnam, closer to the equator, only has 2 main seasons, the rainy and the dry. The temperature stays warm all year, typically between 25 and 35 degrees Celsius. Maybe that's why southern people are known for their easygoing, cheerful, and optimistic nature, just like the endless sunshine that bathes their land. And then, there's central Vietnam, the narrow stretch of land connecting the 2 regions, where both northern and southern climates converge. This gives the central region its own identity, with 2 distinct periods: the dry season from January to August, and the rainy season from September to December. The latter often brings heavy rains and storms, making it one of the toughest yet most resilient places in the country. Right now, my hometown, Quang Ngai, a coastal province in central Vietnam, is entering the heart of its rainy season. These days, the sky often turns gray, clouds hang low, and rain seems endless. Sometimes it drizzles all day, other times, it pours down like a waterfall. But people here are used to it. Every year, as autumn fades into winter, they brace themselves for floods and typhoons. On average, Vietnam faces about 12 to 15 tropical storms a year, and most of them make landfall in the central region. Yet, no matter how fierce the weather, the people here endure with quiet strength. They have learned to live with nature, to adapt, and to carry on with an unshakable optimism. This morning, heavy rain covered Quang Ngai. From early dawn, the sound of raindrops tapping on the tin roof echoed softly, a sound that feels both familiar and comforting. The sky was painted in shades of gray, and the air carried a cool dampness from the sea. The forecast said a tropical storm was moving near the East Sea, but to locals, that's just another normal day. Life goes on. After the morning rain eased up a little, I decided to walk out for breakfast at a small food stall near my house. In central Vietnam, especially on rainy days, nothing tastes better than a hot, crispy banh xeo, Vietnamese sizzling pancake. It's simple, rustic, yet deeply flavorful, and somehow, it always makes people feel warm inside. The name, banh xeo, comes from the joyful sizzling sound, xeo xeo, the batter makes when it hits the hot pan. In central Vietnam, banh xeo is made from rice flour mixed with water, a touch of turmeric powder for that golden color, a pinch of salt, and finely chopped green onions. The vendor pours a ladle of batter into a small clay or cast iron pan, then adds shrimp, thinly sliced pork, bean sprouts, and sometimes green beans or shredded cassava. The pancake folds in half when crisp, creating a golden, crunchy shell that's irresistible. The best way to enjoy banh xeo is fresh off the pan, hot, crispy, and fragrant. Locals often wrap it in rice paper with fresh herbs and lettuce, then dip it into a sweet and sour fish sauce with garlic, chili, and lime. Taking that first bite on a chilly, rainy morning, the crisp crust, the savory filling, the spicy dip, it's a small but perfect moment of happiness. For many Central Vietnamese, banh xeo is more than just food. It's a piece of nostalgia. On rainy afternoons, the aroma of sizzling pancakes fills narrow alleys, mingling with laughter and conversation. The sound of xeo xeo over a wood fire feels like the heartbeat of a cozy home, a symbol of warmth, family, and togetherness.
Bố đi đâu rồi? Bố đi đâu rồi?
Đi Biển Đông. Chơi cái đăng đá đó chị. Kháng xia có hơi tỷ à?
Kháng xia có hơi tỷ.
Nông hội luôn.
Xương rù hay?
Trong đồng cốt ấy. Cái bà đó bà nghỉ ơn cái vô cái đi làm thuê làm mướn chứ. Bà đớp bà dẫn về quê sống 10 năm nay chứ. Bà bỏ con bỏ chồng rồi đó cái bà lên ngọn nó bắt chuyện chồng bắt chuyện con. Nó bắt chuyện con cái thằng con bụi đó nó tìm cho bà sang cái bà con nó vô nó dẫn về. Con nó vô nó dẫn về nó kêu mẹ tìm thì giờ nó vô nó dẫn về mà đó ít nhà nó dẫn về cái ổng ba một mình đi không bỏ đi ổng khác đi đó cái gà con bự nó quyên góp cho ổng cái tỷ bột má có má nhà mấy quyên góp hơi tỷ cái họ không biết cái bắt đầu họ ngủ ghê lắm bây giờ họ biết cái bò này len lòn đủ thứ bỏ chồng bỏ con đi 10 mấy năm nay 6 ông chồng rồi cái bắt đầu bây giờ họ đưa theo tỷ bột rồi bây giờ họ đòi tiền lại đồ cất thì rồi ông gì ông mua đất ông có hơi thèm con ta cứ bà già lớn nữa ông gì ông mua hơi luôn đất tốt trăm mấy
Quay ra chọn cái quay nãy giờ quay lại giờ ông gì ông mua luôn
đất tốt trăm mấy cứ
quay mà nấu không cừ luôn đó
không lòng ngờ được cho con hả trả ra là
gì hòn ấy nè nấu người ta cười gì hòn ấy đi
ơi vậy
à gì hòn ấy nè làm thể thao thôi
cắt quay là cắt gì
giờ đảo quê chứ
nó vậy kìa coi nhẹ
trả ra là bị cho làm đó nó hơi tí
rồi về hôm qua là coi như này đúng hả
lấy lại hả
có cái lấy lợi gì được mua đất lấy lợi rồi chia ta khác chia ta có mấy ngàn ấy chia ta có 7 ngàn ấy 6 ngàn ấy mà lấy cái ông chồng là người on đó lùng con cháu coi như đây nuôi 6 ông ghê gớm mấy cái bây giờ cho tiền ra ông đây mua mình lấy quá tiền
không
dạ
ăn gì gạo trà mưa biết cái món ngập nước nước lúc mấy cái bát rót kìa nó trào đó
đó rồi
lúc
hút
này
ra
tuôn má chả
đây hút có bao nhiêu đâu cái nó là mấy chào nó có tiền, nó là mấy chào nó có tiền.
Mưa thật là lớn. Đi lâu không? Đây hả? À. Thế? À.
Hot beverage Vietnamese coffee, the soul of every morning. After breakfast, I met up with a few friends for coffee. The cafe we chose was about 6 kilometers from my house, along a quiet riverside road. On the left stretched a vast rice field, freshly harvested, with soft green patches shimmering under the mist. On the right ran a narrow river canal flowing gently towards Sockeye Port. Occasionally, a breeze carried the earthy scent of wet soil and wild grass. It was peaceful in the most poetic way. Coffee, or phin, as we lovingly call it, is not just a drink in Vietnam, it's a way of life. Vietnam is the world's second largest coffee exporter, after Brazil. But few people realize how unique our coffee truly is. Vietnamese coffee is bold, aromatic, and deeply flavorful. It's brewed slowly through a small metal filter called a phin, where each drop falls with patient rhythm, a reflection of the calm and unhurried nature of Vietnamese people. In Vietnam, you can find coffee anywhere, from tiny roadside stalls with plastic stools to elegant urban cafes. People here can sit for hours over one cup, chatting, reading, or simply watching life go by. On rainy days like today, a cup of hot coffee feels especially precious. The rising steam blends with the scent of rain, creating a moment of tranquility that soothes the mind. Vietnamese coffee comes in many forms: black iced coffee, milk coffee, salt coffee, egg coffee, and more. Each carries its own story. Black coffee is strong and pure. Milk coffee is sweet and creamy. Salt coffee, a specialty from Hue, has a light salty twist that enhances the flavor. And egg coffee, originally from Hanoi, is rich, smooth, and almost like dessert in a cup. If you're from another country, I promise, once you've tried Vietnamese coffee, you'll never forget it. It's bold, deep, and comforting, just like the spirit of the Vietnamese people. Simple, resilient, yet full of warmth. Many travelers have said, Vietnamese coffee isn't just a drink, it's an experience. For locals, drinking coffee isn't just a morning habit, it's part of the rhythm of daily life. People meet at cafes to talk business, catch up with friends, or simply enjoy a quiet moment alone. A coffee shop is where stories are shared, ideas are born, and sometimes where people rediscover themselves. In big cities, you'll often see young people working on laptops, sipping milk coffee, and listening to soft lo-fi tunes. In rural areas, cafes are simpler, small wooden shops where locals gather to talk about weather, crops, or community news. And when it rains, many choose seats near the window, watching raindrops slide down the glass, letting their thoughts drift freely. To foreigners, it might seem strange that Vietnamese people can sit for hours just to drink coffee. But here, it's not about rushing. It's about slowing down, connecting, and savoring life's simple pleasures. A rainy day in central Vietnam might sound gloomy, but for us, it's something beautiful. Rain makes people slow down, appreciate the little things: a hot pancake, a warm cup of coffee, a shared laugh with friends. Nature, food, and people here blend into a vivid cultural painting, one that balances hardship and gentleness, the saltiness of the sea, and the sweetness of the heart. If you ever visit Vietnam, especially central Vietnam during the rainy season, take some time to wander through a small local market, sit down beside a humble Bon Zio stall, and enjoy a cup of freshly brewed coffee by the river. You'll feel the closeness and simplicity of this land, where even the rain becomes part of life's rhythm, not something to endure, but something to embrace. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you love stories about Vietnamese culture, food, and everyday life, make sure to follow me for more. And don't forget to give this video a like, Your support means the world to me and inspires me to share even more about the beauty of Vietnam with the world.